forward. What you crying to me for? And that's the only thing I say. I don't know what you're going through. I can't speak to what you're going through. But the one thing I know is it don't matter what it is you faced with. What did God say? Move forward. Stop crying. Especially to him. He ain't want to hear all that. You know your person before you even say him. Move forward. They can kill you. And that's it. So God, pray to you, bless us, guys, protect us, help us to move forward. That one call over in Jesus Christ, let me pray. Amen.
The views expressed on this program are not the views of ZNS TV 13 and, by extension, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition. The Bahamas shines at the Global Cruise Expo. A wanted suspect captured. Top musicians awarded. And in sports, Kai Jones signs with the Clippers. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, starts now. Welcome to the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jiminita Swain. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping news, an aggressive manhunt is underway for two suspects who shot an off-duty police officer multiple times as they attempted to break into a vehicle last evening. The incident reportedly occurred around 8:30 in the vicinity of Blue Hill Road and Poinciana Drive. The reserve officer was transported to hospital by ambulance where he's listed in serious condition. The suspects are said to have fled the area north along Blue Hill Road. Anyone with information that could advance this investigation is urged to contact police at 911-919, the Criminal Investigation Department, or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. Wanted murder suspect, 28-year-old Philip Boodle from Ida Street, along with three others, are in police custody after being found in possession of 2 firearms and a quantity of ammunition. According to reports around 2:30 this morning, while in the parking lot of a nightclub on Bay Street, officers from Operation Ceasefire, inclusive of officers from the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, arrested Boodle along with the other males aged 23, 24, and 28 following a search of their vehicle where they discovered and confiscated the items. The Anti-Gang and Firearms Investigation Task Force will continue investigations. Also making news tonight, the Bahamas Agriculture and Marine Science Institute, or BAMSI, is reporting minimal damage to its campus on North Andros following a fire that started in bushes this past week, as no animals or buildings were affected. The fire, which began on Wednesday, April 10th, and impacted several areas in North Andros, was fully extinguished by fire officials on Saturday night. On BAMSI's campus, 75% of its mangoes, 40% of livestock pastures, and 30 beehives were destroyed. The avocado pasture was also destroyed, but crops were non-bearing at the time of the fire, according to officials. Thanks to the valiant staff at BAMSI, the coconut groves on the campus were saved and further spread was prevented. BAMSI officials say they are committed to replacing the destroyed crops and will be ready for full face-to-face learning this fall. In other news, increased international exposure for the Bahamas at this year's 2024 Sea Trade Cruise Expo in Miami, Florida. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Chester Cooper, heading a delegation at the event, which has attracted scores of high-level cruise line executives and stakeholders from around the globe. The latest issues impacting cruise lines, along with innovation and technology, some of the key highlights of the expo.
I think Sea Trade is a great forum for the coming together of the owners and captains of industry. We've had great meetings with the major cruise lines, the cruise associations. We've been able to get updates on lookout at South Eleuthera, at Calypso Cove in Long Island, and of course Carnival in Grand Bahama. So there are exciting cruising updates in the pipeline for the Bahamas. We're growing at 43%. This is simply phenomenal. And really, all of our pairs marvel at the significant growth that we're seeing in the Bahamas.
The Bahamas experienced a record-breaking year, welcoming over 4 million passengers at the Nassau Cruise Port in 2023. Cooper says his ministry will continue to grow the country's cruise industry by providing more unique experiences for visitors.
Our growth rate in cruising in the Bahamas is 43%. So we see that there is very, very strong demand. The strength of the inquiries and the bookings continue. 3 years after COVID, we can no longer attribute any of this to pent-up demand. We provide happy experiences for our guests, and our guests appreciate the proximity, the charm of the Bahamas, and the multiple experiences that they can have in the islands of the Bahamas. So one of the things that we are looking to do with cruising in the Bahamas is really to increase the spending of our guests. And we are going to do this by increasing the amount of experiences, things that they can do and see.
Well, Social Services Minister, the Honorable Miles Larota, providing a timeline on when that women's shelter will be built to facilitate victims of abuse. It's something that was promised, but of late has drawn criticism from some women's groups and the opposition, as it has not yet materialized.
The government has already identified a building that would house victims of domestic violence. For obvious reasons, that's not going to be disclosed, but we intend to purchase that facility within the 23-24 budget. We have made application in the 24-25 for the renovations and furnishings. So within the next few months, we would have at least one facility to house those individuals.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. More news in a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
The best of the best. Keep the vibes alive music group. Alpha Sounds Promotions present the best of the best Wicked Scrape Explosion. As we ignite the grounds of Super Club Breezes, KB, Gino D, Funky D, Veronica Bishop, Ivy, the Islanders, Elon Moxley, Shine 242.
Get your tickets now. Available online at BahamasEtickets.com or swing by the Beauty Shack on Soldier Road and Carmichael Road.
And we're not done yet. The Falcons, Shag Collie and the VIPs, Pat Ramey, Stevie S, Johnny Cake, Iron Store, Novi, Mama D, and Nishi LS. Skyboxes and Skypods available. Call 394-0819. The best of the best Break and Scrape Explosion. Gates open at 6 p.m. May 11th at Super Club Breezes.
Get to glow. Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
Excitement is in the air as the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources gears up for its highly anticipated event, the Agri-Business Expo, this Friday and Saturday. With over 70 vendors, this expo promises to be a haven for agricultural enthusiasts and food lovers alike.
It's all about empowering Bahamians. It's all about creating opportunities for our artisans, our handicraft persons, our farmers, our family islanders, just about everybody. We're here to empower them, to help them to showcase what they have to offer to the general public, as well as to empower our nation as we become more less reliant on food imports.
From farm to table, this expo offers a comprehensive look at the agricultural industry, showcasing the latest innovations and techniques.
Well, once the guests arrived here, a number of activities will be going on. As the flyer has indicated, it's food, fun, and farming. So we have a number of initiatives going on. Let's just look at the learning aspects, the empowerment aspects. We'll be having several lecture series ongoing throughout Friday and Saturday. And during these lecture series, members of the public, they will be able to hear and also to be able to engage in discussions as relates to soil techniques, as relates to the digitization process that the ministry has available for the general public, as it relates to climatic change and the impact on agriculture. We'll also be talking about commercialization of the agricultural sectors and quite a number of other empowering lecture series.
And for the foodies, you don't want to miss out on the live cooking demos.
Once the public attend the culinary demonstrations, they can also have the opportunity to learn how to make yogurt, how to do bread, kneading of bread, different assortment of breads. We have the pepper sauce. They learn how to make jams and jellies. You also have the dishes that the sweet potato can offer. They'll show them the chef. And then we also have the famous Bamsi tilapia, where we have certified chefs who will be doing cooking demonstrations to show how the general public can prepare the Bamsi snapper tilapia.
Home cooks from across the country will also duke it out to determine which island has the best cooking. It all goes down this Friday and Saturday at the Gladstone Road Farmers Market grounds from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Leah Cooper.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Thanks for staying with us. In a bid to empower the next generation, the Lyford Key Foundation, in partnership with Breezes Bahamas, is launching an innovative student enrichment program aimed at fostering academic excellence and personal development. The program is intended to equip 50 students with the knowledge needed to pursue tertiary education.
This summer, as our gift to mark independence, Lyford Key Foundations will make the Focus experience available to rising grade 11 students from selected family islands. This will be a unique week-long opportunity for the students to come to New Providence and have a wide array of educational experiences designed to help them prepare for their futures.
By offering our hotel, we aim to ensure that these young individuals have everything they need to flourish during their time in the program. Our commitment goes beyond mere words. It's a reflection of our unwavering dedication to making a tangible difference in the lives of our future leaders.
The foundation, which is known for its generosity, commitment to education and youth empowerment, has for the first time made their week-long Focus program available for 11th graders from the Family Islands.
Now, this is the first of the kind for the Lyford Key Foundation that we're offering Focus to the Family Island schools. Because of the generosity of Lyford Key Foundation's donors, this experience will be at no cost to the students or schools. All transportation, activities, and meals will be covered due to the kindness of our corporate partners, including Breezes Resorts, Bahamas. There will be shared accommodations that will be included as well.
On crafting a legacy of success and excellence in a heartwarming display of community support, the Eta Psi Omega chapter of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Inc. of New Providence held a special ceremony honoring outstanding 12th grade female students from schools around the country. The sorority spent weeks planning this event, aiming to recognize students who have excelled academically and contributed positively to their school.
Once we have our group, they will go across a week of different events. They went to Parliament, where they got to see a mock Parliament. They had a UB tour and also a Legacy Summit, where they got to hear speakers talk about leadership, mentorship. And they also had a scavenger hunt, which is a community service, on Saturday, and an exam, an essay. Today is the awards program, where again we have the top performing. They get different awards and scholarships as well.
12th grade student of the Jack Hayward High School in Grand Bahama, Azaria Delancey, says she had never heard of the program, but after research was elated to have been chosen as a participant.
I like the idea of the sisterhood, how I would get to come somewhere new and bond with almost 50 other girls just based on our academics. So I was really excited when I found out.
11 of the country's top musical ambassadors honored for their work in advancing the Bahamas during an award ceremony and concert at Salem Union Baptist Church. Our Desmond Sanders has more.
11 of the country's top gospel musicians getting high honors for their contributions towards the growth of the local music industry. The Bahamas One Voice Committee and the Bahamas Independent Secretariat making it all possible. Producer of the One Voice Benefit Concert and Awards, Allison Roll, says it was important to honor the contributions of outstanding Bahamians.
When our committee sat to plan this event, we thought we would revisit those who may not have been honored as yet during our 50th journey. And so we couldn't allow this opportunity and this occasion to pass without searching and seeing just who we wanted to say thank you to, because we want to say thank you while these persons can appreciate it.
An evening filled with music and honor, attracting scores of Bahamians near and far. The talent of local and international musical artists also taking the spotlight. The honorees grateful for the gesture.
We work. We don't work for honors. We work as unto God.
It's really an honor to be here, to have someone to understand the contribution, not just of myself, but the choir. And so appreciative of the journey. And
humbled by this opportunity, and I'm certainly happy to be in the company of these great men.
It's a sober reminder that while we work to advance our country and while we work in gospel music to advance the kingdom, that people are recognizing the hard work that you put in.
The works of the late E. Clement Bethel, Audrey F. Dean Wright, Patricia Brazard, Cleophas R.E. Adderley Jr., Winston and Gail Saunders, Kayla Lockhart Edwards, Lee B. Callender recognized. The One Voice Benefit Concert awarding the Ranfley Home for Children and Pat's Senior Citizens Home with cash donations for their community outreach. Desmond Saunders of Bahamas Tonight.
If you see news in the making, call ZNS News at 502-3800 or email us at znsnews@gmail.com.
In the Yellow Elder Garden, Allie and her cousins listened to Grammy share tales. The 70s so sweet, with themed costumes and dancing feet. Then came the brass, reaching new heights. A symphony of Bahamian nights. The 2000s, the Yellow Elder, a symbol of pride. Grammy's legacy in view as Allie dances in her Yellow Elder costume. We are alive.
Here at Immigration Care Service, you can trust us, especially if you have experienced issues or problems with the U.S. immigration at the borders. We'll do our best to provide options and solutions to immigration roadblocks so travelers can continue visiting the U.S. and residents can continue living their lives in the U.S. without worries. The best part? Our services are affordable and accessible. Take the mystery, confusion, and fear out of your immigration concerns. Contact Immigration Care Service today.
Approximately 1,600 student-athletes from 32 Family Island schools and 30 New Providence schools will compete in the 2024 National High School Track and Field Championships. This was announced by officials of the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture and the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training during a press conference.
It gives me great pleasure to officially launch this year's High School National Track and Field Championships, which is being held under the theme, Reigning in a New Era of Sports Excellence. The 4-day meet is a true testament of the unwavering spirit and countless hours of dedication poured into the sport by the student athletes, coaches, parents, school members, and all others in the sporting fraternity.
For us, it's not just about the development of premier athletes, but we see this event as an opportunity to develop our children in so many ways. As you are aware, we came from a pandemic and we saw a lot of communication gaps, knowledge gaps, skills gaps, etc.
President of the Bahamas Association of Athletic Associations, Jamiko Archer, underscored the importance of the national championships.
This is a testimony of our attempt to level the playing field, creating an opportunity for every athlete that represents this country, that represents the high schools and junior high schools of this nation. It's a Herculean ambition for us, and that is to always maintain our spot in the world.
Jonna Lee McIntosh for Ed Talk.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your Sunday Sports, everyone. Day 3 of the Bahamas High School Track and Field National taking place yesterday at the old Thomas Robinson Stadium. Family Island's well represented. Enrico Pierre from Luther would take second in the boys 800 meters. He would tell us about the race.
First of all, I'm very happy that I could come here to compete in the first place, and I want to thank the Most Up High. First of all, I want to thank everyone who supported and pushed me to come to this level and support. And I'm just happy that I could come here, most of all.
How does it feel to represent your island?
I feel very good because on the island I am known as one of the best, and I'm happy that people pushed me and made me come here.
Several local softball players getting some gems yesterday from former collegiate softball players Ali McKnight and Catherine Whaley from Tennessee. Hey, just tell me a bit about how you guys got involved with the clinic here at Reloaded Baseball.
So one of my good friends, Ivana McDonald, who is from here, had the opportunity to play and coach or go to school actually in Tennessee. So we met there. I own my own softball business back in Tennessee, and she was one of the instructors on staff. And so that's how we got in contact to be able to come out here and help the girls in your guys' community.
Yeah. Me and Allie are certified coaches with Foster Fast Pitch, and we've just built a relationship, so she invited me to come with her.
News from the NBA, Bahamian hooper Kai Jones finding a new home as he officially signed with the LA Clippers yesterday, as he will join the team as they prepare for their playoff push. The team announcing that they had waived the guard Josh Primo to create the roster spot for Jones. Because Kai was not on a standard NBA contract after the March 1st deadline, he is playoff eligible. Jones had a brief stint with the Philadelphia 76ers on a 10-day deal in March. His time on the court was limited. However, he did showcase his potential in 2 G League games, where he displayed his ability to contribute across multiple facets of the game, averaging 11 points and 7 rebounds. And still on hoops, Baylor commit VJ Edgecombe was also solid yesterday in the backcourt for Team World at the Nike World vs. USA Hoop Summit in Portland, Oregon. Team World would pick up the loss, but Edgecombe would add 17 points and 5 rebounds in the loss. Post-game, Edgecombe would talk to Yahoo Sports, saying that basketball is becoming more universal, and there's talent coming from everywhere now and not just the U.S. He mentioned the inspiration in seeing Buddy Hield and DeAndre Ayton play in the league and describing their success, saying that they paved the way for someone like me from the Bahamas, and I'm just looking to do the same for little kids that are watching me play. And that's been Look at Your Sports on this Sunday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus, we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
There are over 3 million shipwrecks on the ocean floor, just waiting to be found. Nothing is truly ever lost at sea, only hidden by time and sand. When I put this fleet together, it wasn't just for fun. And although we do have fun, we never lose sight of our goal. Right here, right now, we are on a mission.
You watch them grow and make plans for them even before they're old enough to talk. You spend a lifetime of sacrifice to pave the way for their success and create a tomorrow you too can be proud of. Can you tell who is the investor? At Leno, we believe everyone who has ever put a penny aside for a future dream is an investor. If you're new to investing, Leno's financial experts stand ready to design plans based on your goals. Let's sit down and explore the options one-on-one and see how, together, we can make your dreams come true. Whether considering traditional investments like a new home, car, your own business, security in retirement, or your child's college fund, we take the confusion out of the process and make an investor out of you. Call 396-3225 for an appointment. Leno, your bridge to the future.
We seem to remember our athletes when they make us proud at the finish line. Throw a Junkanoo parade when they return home, toss them a few dollars. And then forget about them until the next Members time. Of the prestigious Fourth Estate should never sell themselves to any politician. Instead, keep their hands and noses clean in order to publish or broadcast the unadulterated truth. Well, that's how I see it anyway.
Read As I See It, exclusively at ZNSBahamas.com. New articles premiere on Mondays at 9 a.m.
Your one-stop shop for all things news and entertainment.
Bringing you exclusive content from unique talents you can't find anywhere else.
Keeping you updated with the top stories from across the nation.
And entertained with a variety of engaging content.
All in one place.
With one click.
You mean I can get all this in the palm of my hand?
Yes.
On all my favorite devices? Yes. And with unlimited access to all types of different content.
You won't need to look anywhere else.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital. ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Jiminita. We have just a few clouds this evening. Temperature 76 degrees, the relative humidity 51%. We have east-northeast winds at 11 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,019.4 millibars. That's 30.10 inches. And your temperatures around the islands this evening: Marshall, Babico at 73, Grand Toll Key 74, Freeport, Grand Bahama 74 degrees, the Berry Island 72, Allenstown, Bimini at 73, Rock Sound, Eleuthera 76 degrees, Harbour Island just to the north at 72 degrees, Fresh Creek, Central Andros 76, 78 in Kemp Space out Andros and Black Point, Exuma, also Allenstown, Island reporting 78, 77s in San Salvador and Rum Key. Georgetown, Exuma 78, 78s in Ragged Island, Cloudstown, Long Island and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Maguana 78. Ackless 78 degrees as well. Matthew Tanianago 76, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 82 degrees. Here, boating forecast tonight for all areas: northeast winds 12 to 18 knots, the wave 3 to 6 feet, and that means small craft should continue to exercise caution throughout the course of this night through the 700 Islands. Now, your low tide, that will take place at 7:20 this evening, and then tomorrow in the northwestern and central parts of our country, the winds will gradually subside, becoming easterly at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights down 2 to 4 feet. Now, the low tide tomorrow will occur at 8:29 in the morning, with the high tide at 2:20 in the afternoon for the southeast Bahamas. Winds continue to be a little brisk out of the east at 12 to 18 knots. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet, maintaining caution flags only for the southeast Bahamas tomorrow. Satellite pictures showing that frontal boundary now starting to push to the south and east of the Bahamas, with some high-level clouds still remain over the extreme southeast Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands. Over the northwest and central islands, we're going to have mainly clear skies throughout the course of tonight. Now, tomorrow, mainly clear, pardon me, tonight, with your low temperature getting down to 68 degrees. And then tomorrow, the breezy conditions will continue at first, but things will die down as we get into the afternoon hour with pleasant conditions, lots of sunshine in the forecast, high temperature getting up to 80 degrees. And the extended weather forecast will unfold like this. We're going to have sunny days right through the 7-day cycle. Those nighttime temperatures starting to warm up, getting back into the low 70s, and will remain that way for the next 7 days. Jiminita.
Thanks, Basil, and that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
In this 21st century, our